I've written you all another beat poetry I hope you enjoy. Phoenix. I was running, barefoot, half soul, half ember, through fields that crackled like ignited confessionals, engulfed in flames that licked at the edges of every belief I once bowed to. The smoke was a curtain of choking velvet so thick I coughed up past selves, ghosts I never meant to swallow, versions of me molded by doctors' diagnosis and good intentions wrapped in clinical error. There was no map, no sanctuary, no pilgrimage back to what I was, only forward, only the pulse that refused to surrender. People praise resurrection without speaking of its agony that precedes it. The part where you are dying to live and where living feels indistinguishable from dying. Where silence roars and your own heartbeat is a metronome counting down to a truth you just can't outrun. I won't name what I survive. Let the shadows keep their privacy. But know this, I robbed the grave and rose like a phoenix. Not for glory. Not because death, even symbolic death, refused to claim me. Before I wrote an ending to a story unfinished. My world spun not like a carousel, but like a car crash in slow motion, a brutal 180 of everything I devoted myself to, all the rules etched into my inner walls of my brain like hymns. The good girl, the leader, model citizen, making the right choices. Even those choices that consume you, hold the world together even as you crumble, smile until the mask becomes like a second skin. But the truth, I'd been gaslight into obedience, drug into docility, brainwashed into believing a fate that was never mine. I read every book, every journal, every article on a diagnosis that didn't even belong to me. I battled demons that weren't even my own. I'm not angry. I'm furious. I'm molten. I'm flooded with grief. Years stolen, a mind silenced, my creativity sedated, a nervous system that slowly dimmed under tens of thousands of pills that promised me stability, but only delivered fog, the tremors, the seizures, the bruises blooming like strange purple flowers all over my body, the falls that left me learning how to stand again, scared to shower, the fear, the thick, constant, electric fear. Suffering is necessary, yes, but manufactured suffering, inflicting it in the name of help, that is cruelty dressed as care, and I carry the memory of the cruelty like a scar I will refuse to hide. Yet even in the fire, even as the smoke scraped my lungs raw, there was one person, just one, and sometimes that's all it takes to save a life. One soul with the courage to reach out into the blaze, risking their own skin, for a chance that I might be salvageable. They didn't even know if their love would be enough, if their tenderness would hit the brick wall of my exhaustion, but they tried. And then they stayed. They believed in the heartbeat that I no longer trusted. Maybe that's the secret that the poets don't tell you. Survival isn't a solitary sport, my friend. Sometimes one person, one voice, one presence, one defiant act of love can tilt the earth back onto its axis. One person can keep you here. One can be the rope to help you climb out of your darkest hour. I ran. Not from them, but from the old me, the one who mistook martyrdom for strength, self-sacrifice for holiness. I ran until the truth caught me like a hand at my back, steadying, insisting the risk is sacred, failure is testimony, rejection is simply an acceleration towards the yes that fits the bones you were born with. People are seasons wearing skin. Some stay for lifetimes, not many. Some for a single breath. Some arrive only to show you what you no longer need. But each one carries a purpose, a mirror, a catalyst, a quiet revolution disguised as a casual conversation. And perhaps, just perhaps, our purpose in their lives is equally divine. To prove that goodness exists, to soften the hardened, to show them that vulnerability doesn't break us, it remakes us. And so I peel off the armor, inch by shaking inch, and whisper to the mirror, Can you still love me when I'm unmasked, unmedicated, unfiltered, unfixed? I am not whole. I am not finished, but I am here. And I have survived battles no one witnessed. I have conquered demons that never belonged to me. I have reclaimed a mind they tried to dim, and risen from the fire, still burning. And now, finally, the smoke in my lungs tastes like freedom, like clarity, like the first deep breath of a life that is no longer borrowed or mistaken or misdiagnosed, but entirely, fiercely, rightfully